Libras, welcome to your December 2024 reading. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing splendid. Thank you so much for being patient with me while I get these readings out. First time for everything, so I appreciate your patience with me as I had some technical difficulties. If you haven't heard from TikTok, the day that I was supposed to get everything done, I was so proud of myself, y'all. Like, I couldn't get mad at myself. I actually had to laugh. But when I got done with all of the readings, I realized that none of the sound had recorded. And I tried the next day and then the next day, and the same thing happened. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give up. And I'm going to take care of myself for 2 days because my brain is fried from channeling. And I just need I need a break. I need a moment. So I took 2 days off, which was the weekend. And now I'm back at it. And I appreciate you guys. Let me not shuffle yet. I just appreciate you guys. So let's get into your energy, because I feel like you guys are teeter-tottering back into your feminine energy. I feel like your feminine energy for the month of December is your main focal point. But I feel like your guides are telling you about your feminine energy and the true essence of who you are, if that makes sense. I feel like you're going to really get connected with your love language again, you know, how you love to give, and, you know, your sense of romance. Kind of like Taurus energy. Give me one card at a time. We're going to take it slow. I wonder if that's why, you know, it worked out this way, where you guys were the last reading. Okay, I guess they just want 2 cards to come out then. That's right. I got to get into my feminine energy, and I have to allow. I can't control. I have to allow. You're right. So I wonder if that's why they had you guys as the last reading, because I needed to slow down. The first 2 readings with, you know, Aquarius and Gemini, they were fast paced just because I felt like a lot of energy was rushing through. And so when I got to you guys, I just knew I needed to slow down. I needed to get more calm and settled in to my energy to really, oh, my voice is cracking a lot today. Oh my gosh. To really embrace the readings that are coming through for you guys in particular. I feel like it's going to be deep. And I love how this is all masculine energy. And this is Kuan Yin, and this is the Goddess deck. So let's see. I love that. So you got your 2 exteriors as feminine, and then the inner energy. I feel like this has to do with a little bit of your inner child too, and how your inner child really loves to do stuff and be of service. I just kind of get that vibe. Like your inner child really likes to do and to give. So let's see. Let's take a look. Let me not rush through. So we have home, ran by Vesta. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. Then we have Saint Germain, karmic releasing. Move beyond drama and create your own path. Make room for good energy. And then you have Maiden Magu. And she looks so happy. Magu. She looks so happy with her flowers. You know, everything is just light around her. I just feel like what you guys are going through is a internal clearing. And I feel like this is in regards to, you know, your mind space and how you, like what you think about when it comes to your worth and what you can give to other people, I should say. So I feel like you've been judging yourself on your inability to give to others, or people have been judging you on what you have to offer, and people have made you feel like it's not enough. So all those things that have made you feel like it's not enough or what you give is not enough, you're releasing. Because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to force it. You're not supposed to overgive. You know, if you want to give a little bit, then you have every right to give a little bit because you feel called to give a little bit. If you want to give a grandiose amount and that's what you feel, then definitely do that, all right? I feel like no one can dictate how much you give and at what pace and what rate you give. You're a freaking human being and you're not a robot. 511 on the clock. That talks about mental health, right? Every time I see 511, that lets me know, okay, check your mental health. Make sure you are processing the thoughts that come through your mind and you're slowing down enough to process them so you don't slip into a reality that doesn't really serve you. You don't slip into an insecurity or, a shadow part of yourself and you're, responding to your external world from that shadow side of yourself, right? So when people tell you that you are not enough, how does it make you feel? What does it make you think? Do you want to change the way you give from that point forward? But the question is, have you changed, how you gave to everybody? Or have you changed how you gave to that one person? Or did you keep that one person that made you feel bad about what you had to offer? And, you allowed them to make you feel bad while letting that energy spill off into, your other relationships where you become super codependent and into people pleasing. You want to really take a look at those wounds this December, because what Spirit wants you to learn and to know is that you are enough and what you give is enough. So if you're not feeling well one day and someone is coming to you with a crisis, like this happened to me in my life, right? And funny thing is the person that was creating this issue, she was a Libra, right? Go figure. So at this time of my life, I was working a full-time job. I was working two jobs, honestly. So I would go work a full-time 9 to 5 job from Monday through Friday from 7:30, get off at 4:30. I was really big on the gym because that helped me with my stress. So I would go from, work to the gym, and then I would DoorDash until 10 o'clock at night. And then even on the weekends, I would DoorDash for about 8 hours, right? So I had told myself, I know that I have to do this. I know that this is going to help me make my ends meet. So let me go ahead and prioritize this. So next weekend, it's going to be a weekend for myself. I've been working my ass off. Everybody has been demanding my time and I've been, being social. Now it's time for me to give to myself. So this Libra friend, she calls me up and she talks to me about some shit that's going on at her job, co-worker drama, some boy not doing something for her and making her feel bad, and she's crying to me in tears. And, I'm just so over it because I just got off work. It's 8 o'clock. I'm tired. Next day, she asks me, hey, can you come pick me up and take me to the mall? Homegirl had no car. Homegirl, she was one of those people that were like, I don't want to say prude-ish, but she was like, she had in like very like peculiar vanilla taste. She didn't want to listen to any music or anything with cuss words in it. So if she was riding in my car, I couldn't really play that type of music that often. She didn't really like to talk about sex. She didn't really like weed. She didn't really like drinking alcohol. She was just one of those people, and I was down for whatever she was down for, but I wasn't really in the mood to accommodate myself for another person at that time. So, I told her, hey, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to really pick you up and, have a vent session with you. I really got to take care of myself. So she got mad at me and stopped talking to me for a full month. Tried to reach out to her and ask her what was going on and, tried to give her the opportunity to say what it is that she needed to say, express her feelings as I was going to be understanding. But she wanted to be ornery as hell. And, she stopped talking to me. And she made me feel, and this is how I'm perceiving the situation, she made me feel like I couldn't love myself. I couldn't replenish my energy. And she made me feel like if I couldn't give to her whenever she said so, I'm the bad person. So I blocked that ass. I blocked her on all platforms. And still to this day, she tries to reach out to me and my brother to try to get, a hold of me. And I'm like, haven't you got it yet? That's your problem. You don't freaking understand boundaries. You don't understand that it's not going to be on your time and your dime to leave me the hell alone. You don't understand that. Give me some space. and I don't want to be your friend anymore. Like she didn't understand that she burnt that bridge. And when she saw me in person, you know, she tried to act like we were on the same page still. And it's been 3 years. And she's like, oh, I know you've been busy. Girl, I've been gone. I've been dead gone. What's wrong with you? You know, like, what's wrong with you? That's your problem. You don't understand that people need to take care of themselves, and people have every right to do what it is that they need to do. And it's not all about you and what you need. So essentially, I feel like you guys have to stand up for yourself and what it is that you need in order to get through this energy, in order to process this guilt and this shame that you feel about not being able to give people what it is that they want. It's time to stop running away from that and understand that, hey, you are correct. I cannot give you that. I cannot do this. I cannot give this to you. But what I can do is give this to you when I'm replenished. And if that's okay with you, then cool. If not, hit the hay. I don't care. You have to really listen to your needs. And I think that's what this pile here is talking about, where we have Hathor talks about receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuitive energy. And then you have the cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. And then you have the veil of shadows, right? This pile here talks about following your own ebbs and flows, understanding that your scales do tip every once in a while, and your main priority on this planet is to make sure that you stay balanced so you can give and receive in balance. And so when you have to go into, you know, your little hermit retreat mode, so you can really put your focus back on yourself and your needs and begin to make those proper steps to take care of yourself, it's about doing exactly that and making your decisions and setting your intentions to do so. And that is how you receive from yourself. You don't really need to receive from anybody else. You don't need to go outside of yourself to receive. You need to receive from yourself and do that. Because sometimes when you are around a lot of people that make you feel bad for what it is that you won't give to them, when you don't allow yourself that space, regardless, you start to think and trick yourself to feeling like, okay, you know, I'll give it to them, and then, you know, when they get what they need, then I can go back. And then come to find out, maybe 3 months have gone by and your cup is 100% empty, and you're angry at everybody, and you don't know why you're lashing out. You don't know why you're in a bottomless pit. You don't know why you've downward spiraled. So no, answer to your needs when they come, when they arrive, not when people say so. And if they try to dictate that shit, then they can hit the hay. For real. Be real with yourself and love yourself, because that is self-love. So moving forward, we have Green Terra. Start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you, instead of trying to do everything by yourself. You have Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Rise up and honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Shining Lotus. I feel like this is talking about your divine masculine really being there for you, and, you know, allowing your divine masculine to carry out his own will. So if he wants to protect you, if he wants to, you know, sever ties, or if he wants to distance himself away from other people because you just can't, then do it. I know there are a few people in my life, not many, to be honest, not many people, but there's like one person in my life that I know I can take only so much of, as far as giving my time and my attention and my lending ear to, because of how much they vent. Love them to pieces. I accept them for who they are, but I know that I have a little limit with them. And when I start to get that jumpy feeling and I start to get that feeling of irritability, I literally let them know, okay, I gotta go. I got to bounce. My social battery is dying right now. It's dead, actually. Let me out. So 1414 on the clock, which talks about new perceptions. So yes, looking at your shadowy energy with a new perspective, your masculine energy. Because when you get to this place, you want to cut the shit. You don't want to stay in any uncomfortable place that you don't want to be. So when you start getting the messages from this place, you need to allow your divine masculine energy here to carry out your will. So you can get into this mode of replenishing yourself, this shining lotus here, so you can feel good, so you can fill your cup up, and you can feel your life force energy, you know, like just beaming, and, you know, I don't know, like it just feels like it's growing inside of your heart. You want to expand and express yourself from that energy instead of expressing yourself and giving from this place where you're not supposed to give from here. You're supposed to give from here, right? You're supposed to give from these spaces. This is what you have to offer. And this is the space that you have to be in order for you to give from here, right? This basket of flowers. I'm going to go give love to everybody else, right? But you have to be here first. You have to, you know, replenish yourself in your alone time, okay? This goes here and you go here. So, letting people know, it reminds me of that period of my life where that Libra friend was, where I was really big on boundaries, and expressing boundaries is one of the most highest forms of self-care that you can have. Saying no is one of those things that will get you far. And I was saying no to everybody, and I wouldn't just say no without no explanation. You know, I would say, hey, I can't do that today. I'm tired. Maybe I can catch up with you in 2 weeks. I really need some time to just decompress, because everybody carries their own energy, and sometimes you do need a break from that stimulation from the energy that they bring. There's no shame in that, babe. None. There's no shame in that. So it's okay, and you don't have to judge yourself for feeling like you need to walk away from someone for a spell so you can replenish your energy. Sometimes you're going to be in hermit mode for months. Maybe I've been in hermit mode for years, and spirit will allow me every once in a while to come out of my shell, and then I will go right back in the hermit shell. So don't feel bad, and don't judge yourself for your needs and for, you know, those time periods where you just gotta dip out. It's all right. So moving on to the last pile, we have Astara, fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects and to access new ideas and give birth to new conditions. Yes. Okay, I get what they're saying. So I got this message that just came in, and it talked about your dark divine feminine within, right? You know, when your dark divine feminine is raging for space and raging, you know, for you to cut off contact or cut off your resources for a little bit, you know, it's okay to listen to that. And maybe Odin is coming here to support that. Your third eye is open, and see the truth for what it is and follow your intuition, right? Listening to that and understanding that there's nothing wrong with you just because you're upset. There's nothing wrong with you just because you need space. And yes, people see you as a loving light, but they also need to understand that your light needs to be replenished. Your light needs to be shut off sometimes. Your light needs to be recharged, and that's okay. And it's okay to let people know that the more they push you to give them what it is that they want out of you, you're going to get pissed off. Sometimes you gotta let people know you're upset at them, you're angry. You know, like if I have someone in my life that is continuously trying to push something out of me, I get pissed, I get angry. Like that Libra friend, she kept trying to guilt trip me, and do these sob stories to get me to say, yes, I'll pick you up. Like, baby, I'm not driving 30 minutes to go pick you up. If you know Arizona, I lived in Chandler at the time, and she lived in Queen Creek, like right off of Rittenhouse. And she wanted me to drive all the way from Chandler to Queen Creek just to drive back to Chandler Mall, which was, you know, another 30 minutes back. So I have to drive 2 hours out of my day just so we can walk around the mall and not do anything that's going to be fun for me. It's only fun for you. And you're going to guilt trip me because I said no to you? No, I'm going to show you. And so I got a little attitude. Not really. I got stern with her, and she didn't like that. So sometimes you have to be stern with people for them to get it. So if your feelings have to be hurt for you to understand, evidently you don't have a good goddamn understanding, because any normal, sane human being that has compassion for another person is going to understand that and is going to say, okay, take care of yourself. Let me know when you're available. All right? So don't let people gaslight you into thinking that you're mean and that you're rude and that you're hurting their feelings because you have to be stern with them and tell them no. Baby, they're hurting their own feelings at that point. So with this card here that talks about Sisters of the Star Blossom. I feel like this talks about your ability to multitask and to expand, you know, on your ability to give. I feel like by the end of December, you guys are going to have a fully charged battery, and you're going to have the ability to give to multiple people and multiple things with the knowledge of how to replenish yourself and to stop yourself from emptying your cup to get to a place where you're 100% at a bottom pit spiraling, right? You want to maintain, you know, your level-headedness and your leveled emotions. You want to make sure your skills are balanced all the time as much as you can. And the only person that can do that is you, okay? And as you do that, and as you give yourself permission to do that, I feel like you're going to have more than enough energy moving into January. Alrighty, my love, so I'm going to leave it there. And I am going to just send you all the wonderful energy. Don't feel your shame, or don't internalize your shame for too long. Feel it. Internalize your shame for too long. I felt like I messed that word up. Feel it, understand it, and detach from it, because it's not you. It's another person's inability to realize that you're human and you have reserves. So I'm going to leave it there, my Libras. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. You guys had a lot of mirroring numbers when I looked at the clock. So you guys are going to be all right. You're going to be just fine. Okay? Mwah. Love you, and bye-bye.